Okay, first fly, or the fly I'll tie now is a steelhead fly. It's called a grease liner. I will go ahead and dress this hook shank, like always. Dress your hook shank, no matter what you do. Dress that hook shank. It gives the body something to bind into, so the fly won't rotate, or the body won't rotate on you. Now I'm going to take a piece of deer here. This will be the tail. Grease liner was invented back in 1962. I found this all out doing a little bit of research by Harry Lemire. Harry comes to our area and fishes on occasion. Since then, there have been 15 different grease line patterns out there, and not a one of them are the same. This one is the last one that Harry has come up with. Harry did not do those 15 different grease liners, but this is his latest one. I'm using a deer hair tail. I stacked the hair so it comes even, and then get it bound down. Now I'm going to go in and clip those butts off. Don't need them anymore. And I'm going to go ahead and bind them down. Now this fly is tied, has been tied all along, with muskox dubbing. I have no idea what color muskox is. I've never seen muskox dubbing. So what I'm going to use is just some black seal. I have seen pictures of muskox on TV, so I'm just going to use black. If this isn't right, my apologies to Harry. I do not use dubbing wax. The only thing I do with it, I touch my fingers so that I can get a little bit of grip on this seal. Seal is a very, very spiky dubbing. Some people have a lot of trouble dubbing with it, but it's really not that bad. And I'll tell you, it gives a good looking body on a fly. If you have any seal at all, even the old patterns like a green butt skunk, dub that body. It will definitely change the whole appearance of that fly. Now here's a dubbing tool. I don't know how many of you have seen this. This is called a Cal Bird, is the one that originated. This is a knockoff of his tool. This is made by Dr. Slick. But you see it has two notches in it. One of them here is the first place I'll catch the thread. The second one is up here, and I'll show you how it works. It's the neatest dubbing tool I have ever used in my life. I'm going to hook it right there. I'm going to move the thread, the parent thread, over and capture that again and move that thread out of the way. Now I'm going to twist. That's just going to twist all that dubbing together. Then I'm going to move this down into that second loop down there, and then as I go around, it doesn't slip off and come undone. It just makes for a real nice, easy dub. And like I say, I don't know what color muskox is. I've never seen muskox dubbing. So this is going to have to do. All right, I'm going to capture that rest of that dubbing loop. Now there's another nice thing. I'll stand that up in the air, clip that off short, and then pull. The dubbing comes off and that little patch of thread stays right there. You can dispose of that and everything's fine. Now, here comes a little grizzly hackle. You know, I have used this fly in years past. Why I got away from it, I can't tell you. I have caught fish on it. I guess maybe I got a little discouraged seeing all the different type patterns out there you're supposed to use. When Harry first started tying this fly, broke the hackle, he used deer hair for the wing. Then he switched and went to elk hair. And now he has switched again and gone to caribou. He says the caribou is much lighter and it will float better. I agree with him on the floatability. Yes, it will. I don't think it'll float as long as deer will or elk will. It's not as durable as they are. But I'm just going to take a little patch of this caribou. And caribou isn't all that difficult to find. Lots and lots of shops have caribou. I'll get rid of that under fur in it. And then in the hair stacker it goes. Just stack those tips even. Whether that needs to be done, I know I have known some pretty famous tires before that never did own a hair stacker. So, you know, it's making the fly look good for you. It doesn't make any difference to the fish at all, none whatsoever. All right, I took it out so the tips are going to the rear. I'm going to measure that so it's about as long as the tail. Cinch down, pull, cinch down, pull. I'm using a 6/0 tying thread, so I can pull pretty good with that. Everything stays on top. I'm going to run my tying thread now to the front, build a nice neat little head there, and put a whip finish on it. I'll get rid of the thread. And that's the basic fly. You could go fish that fly just like that if you wanted, or you can come in and trim it off, make it a little bit smaller, even up the edges. Like I say, make it pretty for you. The fish could give a rip less. It's the surface disturbance that fly is creating is what the fish are looking for. And there's the whole fly. Won't take any more time with it. That's called a grease liner. The fly does work very well. It does create a pretty good disturbance going through the water. Give this one a try. This is the latest updated version, except I don't know what color muskox is, so we're going to have to improvise for that. But there's a grease liner.